Hello guys, this is Yara here, and today we're going to be talking about Speedroid in Virtual World. So, Speedroid Terrortop finally came back to 3, and he has such great synergy with the Virtual World deck. So, at the end of the deck rundown, I'm going to be showcasing a couple of combos that you can use Terrortop in, but it actually is very good in this deck. So, I would recommend you start playing it in your Virtual World deck. So, yeah, let's begin. So we are gonna be playing 3 Ash Blossom. There's the new max key that's gonna come out. Ash is gonna be absolutely mandatory in everybody's decks, not just because of that one, but right now it hits every single deck, right? So why not play it? We're gonna be playing the Speedroid Takatamborg and 3 Terrortop. If you don't know what Takatamborg does, it says if you control a wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can tribute this card. The rest doesn't matter. All you have to worry about is the first effect, where if you control a wind monster, you can special summon this card. So if you control like Terrortop, you can special summon this. If you control Lulu, if you control Neon, you can special summon this, and it's a level 3, so it has good synergy with the deck. Now we go to Speedroid Terrortop. It says if you control no monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is normal special summon, you can add one Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand except himself. So the summoning, you can summon this, as long as you control no monsters, you can summon this as many times as possible. The effect to add is only once per turn though. So, and this adds Takatamborg. So you special summon this if you control no monsters, then you add Takatamborg. Takatamborg adds itself out. So you kind of see the synergy there, right? You don't use your normal summon or anything. So we're gonna play in 2 Neon because we are playing Desires. So if we, in case we banish one of them, we still have another one in the deck. And the cool thing about Neon is it recycles face down cards also. So it's a very good card in this deck. So we're playing 3 Lily. Lily plus Qinglong is actually full combo. So I like to max out on Lily. 3 Lulu, the best card in the deck, honestly. So it's an engage +1. 3 Roshi can be up to 3 bodies if you summon it. GG, very good, gives you follow up, normal summonable. What else can you ask for? 3 emergency teleports, special summon out your Neons or your Lulus, just depending on what you need. Good card. 3 Pot of Desires +1. What else can we ask for, right? And like I said, if we banish stuff face down, we can recover it back with Neon. So Neon and Desires are like a love duo. We're playing 3 Kowloon, such a good card. 2 Qinglongs, I think 2 is just standard now. 3 is Breaky, and like I said, you can always recycle your Qinglongs, right? The cool thing about Qinglong, if it's banished face up, you can recycle it with Chuchi, so not just with Neon, so you can recycle it with both, so it's pretty good. We're playing 1 of the Ghost Meets Girl. This one says tribute 1 Mayakashi or Shiranui, Synchro or Link monster. Neither player can special summon monsters from the hand deck or extra deck for the rest of the turn. So you might be wondering what Mayakashi or Shiranui you're playing. We're not playing any. It's because we're playing transaction rollback. So if this is in the graveyard and this is in the graveyard, you can banish this, target this during your opponent's turn, and now they can't special summon monsters from hand deck or extra deck. So very good card. 3 Imperm, mandatory. You can set it to trigger the Zolkin 1 transaction rollback to copy mainly Ghost Meets Girl, but sometimes Imperm, and then you can recycle it too with Neon, so it's very good. 2 Chuchis, 2 standard, and 1 Xuanhu. I wish we didn't have to play this because whenever you open this and you have no way to discard, it kind of sucks, but it's mandatory. So now for the side deck, we're playing 3 Barrier. Tenpai is gonna be going around. Brand is gonna be going around. You're gonna want to have on your side deck D Barrier, so very good card. Harpy's Feather Duster, good card overall. 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 3 Nibiru, 1 Bestial Sorner, 1 Manamut, 2 Druid Storm, and 1 Baldrake. I believe that the Bestials are gonna be very good, especially with Branded running around. And even against Snake Eyes, it can be good. You target the IP Masquerina, so now you don't have to worry about Link Karibo, but IP Masquerina is still an annoying card. So now we're gonna go to the extra deck. So the extra deck, we're playing 1 Jaja, level rank 3, very good to making zoos. 1 Fan. I've tried cutting this in the past, but I've always missed it because if your opponent has an Omni Negate that negates and destroys, and you activate this, your opponent now has to think whether they want to negate it, because if they do negate and destroy this, then you get to special summon 2 monsters from deck. So this card is very problematic to face. So we're playing 1 Totem Bird. It's a spell and trap card negate. So all he needs is 2 level 3 wind monsters, 1 number 75 bamboozling gossip shadow to monster negate, 1 evil zord large. This is good, protecting your Beatrice. So Beatrice is what's gonna send your Mayakashi and your transaction rollback, and usually it's weak to imperm, but this can protect it. So we're playing 1 downer for the rank 3 plays, and Zeus, of course, 1 Zolkin to recycle your Ash, to recycle your Lulus, to recycle Bestials, Nibiru's, everything. 1 Beatrice to send whatever you need. Card is broken. 1 Virtual World Shenshen, 1 Vermilion Dragon Mech, 1 Ultimaya Zolkin, 1 Stardust Charge Warrior, 1 Crystal Wing, and 1 Coral Dragon. So yeah, I'm gonna showcase what the Terrortop can do for your deck if you're playing Virtual World. So it has multiple uses, right? Multiple uses. So let's start out with the reason why I may convince you to play it, right? So let's say you start out with the God combo, right? Like the best combo in the deck, which would be Lulu plus Kowloon, right? Lulu plus Kowloon can make any Virtual World board in the game, right? So, but the bad thing about this combo is that it loses to Ash and it loses to Droll, right? Like, doesn't matter if they Ash this or if they Ash this, you cannot lose. Doesn't matter if, and then like if they Droll you after Lulu, it sucks a lot because then best thing you can do is like end on a Shenshin, but that's about it, right? So, no, but now with Spirit Terrortop, it's pretty good because, like, let's say you start out with this, and then you're like, I don't want to get ashed on this. So now we're going to go ahead and activate effect. Go into, grab the Takatamborg. Now Takatamborg effect. Special summon this out. And now we make the Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. So now our Lulu Kowloon combo is protected from Ash because this one says you can detach 2 materials from this card and activate this effect. When your opponent activates a monster effect, both players draw a card, right? So it makes it so it's a monster negate because it turns the monster effect into both players draw 1. So now you can just safely combo off without having to worry about an Ash. So activate effect. And then you can just combo off from there, right? So that's one use of it, but let's reset our deck. So I'm gonna show you guys another way that this is very good. So let's say that you start out with Neon and GG, and then you start out with Terrortop, and then some randoms, right? Let's go with some random cards. So, and you're going second, and your opponent goes and sets 4 or something along, sets 3 or something, and you're like, I don't know if I want to commit my normal summon Neon and then activating GG effect. I don't think I want to do that because then if it gets like compulsory, or if it gets anything interrupted, then I have no more place, right? So what you can do instead is you can go in second, of course, right? You can special summon this out, Terrortop. Then you go ahead and add a copy of the Takatamborg. You special summon Takatamborg. Then you go ahead and go into the Jaja. And then Jaja. Now we can go ahead and just go to battle phase, attack. Then main phase 2. We can go ahead and Zeus right here. And then we just activate Zeus. Let's just say they chain imperm. Then we just activate Zeus again. And you wipe the board. So, or worst case scenario, they use 2 interruptions that they would have otherwise used on your combo, right? So now that you've either cleared the board or wasted their interruptions, then you could commit to your normal summon, activate effect, send Qinglong, and then you can just combo off from there, right? Then Qinglong search Lulu, so it can make it so now you can just threaten Zeus without ever committing your normal summon. So it's very, very strong. And lastly, another use that I like a lot, honestly, let's just say that your opponent has something like D barrier, right? Like D barrier. So let's just say we start something like this. And once again, some random cards. imperm, imperm. So let's just say you know your opponent has a very strong back row card, right? Like D barrier, or like something like a lingering floodgate, something along those lines, right? Usually, they don't commit those cards up until like they really need to. So like if you start out with this, you activate effect, go ahead and search for the Takatomborg. You special summon Takatomborg. So right here, your opponent has to activate their D barrier or their whatever like floodgate that they want to flip over. They could, and I don't think they want to flip something like a ghost in match here, because you're like wind locked, right? So I mean, you only have wind monsters, so they wouldn't even flip their ghost in match right here. So and if they flip there can only one, you're fine, right? You're very fine. So this threatens so many things. Like if your opponent is like, I need to flip, there can only be one here because they have two machines, then you're like, okay, then you can just combo off with your virtual world stuff, right? Easily. So it threatens a lot of stuff, because if they don't flip it right here, and then you can just go ahead and go into the where you are, the totem bird, and now you have a spell and trap card negate. So it's a very good card that threaten either a monster negate, either threaten Zeus, either threaten a spell and trap card, interruption. So very, very good card. So, and then like I said, this is just to like threaten things, like waste your opponent's resources, and then you commit to your virtual world stuff. So yeah, hope I convinced you guys to at least try this out, right, in your locals or a dueling book or anything like that. But as always, guys, this was Yara here, and I'll catch you on the next video.